Hello everyone, welcome. This is Yvette here. Um, for all of you that do not know me, well, first of all, can you guys hear me? Can someone, let's see, who's out there? Hi everyone. So I was having a little bit of technical difficulties here, and it seems like my computer is on a delay as well. So welcome. This is my first live show that I do to the public. So I want to welcome you all. And yeah, so let's get started. I have no idea what we're going to make today. Well, I kind of sort of have an idea of which way we're going, but I honestly, as far as colors are concerned or anything like that, that is the way that my creative process works. I generally don't have anything picked out. I just sit here at my studio and I kind of just start and go with the flow. So I know that I definitely want to use this Artist Loft canvas, and it's one of these flat canvases. So you can see that, and it's completely flat, and it's been, I think this has already been gessoed, but we're going to go ahead and gesso this again. My gesso of choice generally is golden gesso. It's the acrylic gesso right here. So I am, hang on one second, I'll be right back. I'm going to close this door because I have some birdies and they're super loud. So let me see. Give me one second. So how's everyone doing today? So I'm going to go ahead and gesso my page, like I said. Trying to get this open, and that was a bear. Give me just one moment. I usually use these Simply Simon Flat Wash 1-inch brushes. These are my favorite ones to work with. I'm just going to wet it a little bit. I just like that. And let me move this little thing from the bottom here so you guys can see. And I like to gesso any which way on my page. I'm not one of those people that just goes up and down or one side, just go, and I just go with the flow. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Yvette Carrillo, and I have been paper crafting and drawing and artsy stuff forever and a day. I mean, ever since I could remember. I remember cutting up paper and making my mom real mad. So I've been doing this for a long, long time. And let's see, what else can I tell you about myself? I usually have these classes on a private circuit. So I have people sign up and they buy kits and so on and so forth, and I give private classes. So this is the first time I'm really doing a public one. I think I did one a long, long time ago, but in any case, I'm here with you guys now, and I welcome you, and I thank all of you for signing on. So I need to dry this for a second, so I'm going to be making a little noise. I'm just going to take my heat tool to this. And I see I missed a little spot right about there. And I'm just adding gesso to this because I like to have some grip and I want my colors to be more vibrant, so that's the reason we add gesso to our pages. And we're going to be working on a mixed media project today, and like I told you earlier, I'm not sure which way we're going. I hear that there's an echo, I understand, so I'm going to turn my volume all the way down and hopefully that will get rid of the echo. So I really have not, I usually have someone to take care of the chat part of this. And I don't have anyone to take care of the chat part of this today because it's so early in the day. So I'm not sure how many of you are out there. I can't see that right now. It just popped out the chat. So if there are any techie ones out there that can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. So I went ahead and I dried my gesso on this board. And this is what, when I started thinking about doing this project, I kind of thought about butterflies. And I have some butterflies that I cut out and I have them all here. And I don't know if you can see that. I kind of cut them out on manila cardstock so you guys can see that. And then I have a birdie right here. And then some branches and butterflies. So this is the way that we're going to go today. I'm not sure of the background, like I said, so why don't we get started on that background and then we'll play with these. So as far as the background is concerned, I really like my golden fluid acrylics and artist colors. So I think I'm going to go with that. And I have this Hansa yellow in medium, and I think I'm going to go, and I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to drop some of this yellow on here, and I'm just going to go with it. So I'm going to take, this is a 1/4 inch flat comb brush, and like I said, I like to wet my brushes a little before I start to work with them. So I'm going to go and, wow, this is really bright. I've used it in small amounts, but this is super, super bright. So I think I know what I'm going to do. Let me get my trusty hand towels here, and I am going to wet this and then just let it drip. And the camera is not really helping me here. Let me see. So I'm going to go ahead and have this drip some more, and I'm going to dry a little bit. And this is the beauty of mixed media. You have an idea, sometimes you don't have an idea. You start working and just let things flow. Don't be afraid of color. Don't be afraid of just let go. It's okay. It's only paint. So I think that's enough right there, and then I'm gonna come in with, now, I love cobalt teal. It seems like lots of us love cobalt teal, but unfortunately Golden has decided that they're gonna change their formula or whatever. So I'm going to try this one. This is the artist color as opposed to the fluid acrylic. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go straight on my page just because I love this color. And I am gonna mishmash this with my brush, and then I'm gonna try to wet it down and see if I can get this to run. So as you can see, I have no rhyme or reason to this. I just want it to like, so, and as you can hear, I like to bang my project, and I like to, yeah, I like to just bang it on my desk and just let those colors flow. And I'm not really liking the way this is going here, but like I said, it's just paint, so we're just gonna mess around with this until I get it to do what I want it to do. So there we go. And let me grab something real quick. I am going to grab my watercolor, and maybe that'll help this out a little because I need this to be a little brighter than this cobalt teal that I'm using. So bear with me for just a second. And this is the Winsor Newton and it's Cotman. So this is the watercolor, and this one's in turquoise. And I'm gonna go in here and just straight to my canvas, and there we go. Now we've got some drippage going here. I'm gonna use my fingers too. It's totally okay to use your fingers, guys. Now, I love it when you do your drippage going one way and then you flip it and you've got it going the other way, and don't be afraid to bang your canvas on your desk. Get more paper towels. I don't know, I'm feeling another color here. I'm feeling like, I think I'm gonna, this yellow is overpowering everything, so I'm gonna put a little bit of white up here and then have that drip down as well. Oh, I like that. And drip this way. Ooh, do you guys see what that's doing right here? That's pretty awesome. I like that. I'll put a little bit more up there. Have that drip. Use my finger. Don't be afraid to use your fingers. Okay. So as you can see, I have a drippy mess here, and I think I'm going to put more teal on this side. And work in there, work it with my fingers. That's a little too dark for my liking. And this is all about creating your background, guys. All about creating your background. I'm going to go ahead and dry this right here because I like what's happening here. So I'm going to dry it a little bit. So I'm reading the chat, and let me see. Matt Tatter 7, hi. How are you? So Dana's on here, and okay, you're gonna watch full screen. That's cool. Are you guys able to see what I'm doing well? No. I'm getting commercials. Are you guys getting a lot of commercials? This is taking way too long to dry with this heat gun, so I'm going to make some noise, you guys. I'm going to bring out my other heat gun. It's going to get a little noisy. to dry off a little bit. See, it's pretty wet still. And I like the marbling effect that I got in certain areas, so I think I'm going to work a little bit more on this background. There. I think I'm going to come in with, I'm just going to dry that one like that. So I'm just going to take my paper towel and kind of blot some of this because it's taking way too long to dry. And do that. Then I'm just going to put some of my watercolor down on my craft mat, and then come in with my brush, put watercolor and some of my white fluid acrylic, and then I'm just going to come in here and in some spots just add some with my brush, and then add more water to that and see where that takes us. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. See, I'm not really feeling all this yellow, so let me see. I'm going to add some more white and just wash it down a little. There we go. So that's what I was saying about paint. I really, really like this though. What's happening now? I really like. I'm going to take some Lindy Stamp Gang, which is by far one of my favorite products in my studio. And I'm going to take some Delphinium Blue. And I'm just going to, oh yeah, guys, check this out. I love it. I'm just straight out of the bottle. I'm just dripping it all over. So what paper am I using? It's actually an Artist Loft canvas, and I just gessoed it. So if you're just tuning in, I took an Artist Loft canvas and I added some golden acrylic gesso, which is right here, and I gessoed that background. So it comes in just a white background. Oh my gosh, check out the drippage, you guys. See, that's something that as an artist we don't do for very long, which is focus. So I'm going to read your messages and try to focus. I totally focus at work, I promise. I just don't focus in my studio. So let me grab some more paper towels. See, and this is pretty cool the way that this is dripping. And we've masked some of that yellow. Yeah, your screen is freezing up. Yeah, mine seems to be freezing up as well. I'm not sure what's going on today. Okay, where's my other heat gun? Sorry, ladies, but I need to make some noise. Oops, I just dropped that. So, I have butterfingers. And right now I'm just working on a background for an idea that I have that's just working itself out as we do this together here. And if you're just tuning in, that's the type of artist I am. I just kind of wing it. I have a simple idea. That simple idea just goes around in my head, and then when I sit at my desk, I just start, and it just comes to me. I don't do a lot of pre-planning. So right now I'm dropping some delphinium blue on my canvas because I just want it to drip all over. And that's by Lindy Stamp Gang, so you guys can check them out. The only thing I don't like about the flat canvases is that when you're trying to work with them, picking them up is always a bear. So now I'm trying to dry this. I think I want to add a few more drops here and there. This one is Caribbean, and it's by Lindy Stamp Gang, so you can find all of these products over at Lindy's. And I'm going to create some drippage going from one side to the other. And as you can see, that's a little technique that I came up with, that you want to drip one way and then kind of bang your project on your desk and then get it to move and flow the other way. And I am really having fun. And you can tell I'm having fun when my fingers get all inky. That's something that tells you that I've been having lots of fun in my studio. My fingers are always inky. Okay, so I think that's good for now. So what I'm going to do is, right now, I am feeling some circles. So I want to add some circles, and I am going to use a trusty roll of finished toilet paper. So, TP roll. That's my next thing. And I want to add some white to this. Okay, so I'm going to take some titanium white, and this is by Golden Fluid Acrylics, and I'm just going to add some to my craft mat here and kind of spread it around a little. And I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to take this TP roll and come in here and then just swirl it around. I'm going to swirl this around in it. And I just had a little accident. Like I said, I have butterfingers today, so let me clean that off. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to create some circles. And like I said earlier, we're just working on a background. Working on a background here. And I'm just going to go and add some circles on my page here and there. Now, mind you, I have a circle stamp somewhere here in my studio, but this is recyclable. You can throw it away. You don't have to clean it up. You don't have to worry about cleanup. I just want random circles all over the place. And like I was saying, you could just throw it away. Or you can cut it down and use it again. It's up to you. So I just want like little random circles here and there. Some of them overlapping, some not. it just gives a real cute texture or interest, or I don't know, you guys think of some adjectives out there. I just think it looks cool. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. You guys see that? You guys liking this so far? Okay, so now I'm going to dry this. So I'm going to make noise again. And I actually like the way some of my canvas wasn't really super dry. And as you can see, some of that blue and some of that yellow is coming up on the circles. And I really enjoy that. That's nice. That's a happy mistake. Well, not really a mistake. There are no mistakes in your art room, so. Now I'm really going to dry this super well, so bear with me. So someone said that my screen is frozen. Is it frozen still? You guys have to let me know. So I'm thinking of having more of these Ustream classes, if you will. And I just want to know what you guys think. Is this a good time or late at night? I was thinking maybe 7-ish in the evening. I just so happen to have time today during the day, so I figured why not take advantage of the time and bring you into my studio with me. Sorry, I was reading some of the comments, so you guys can see fine. That's great. So I think this is pretty dry. Okay, and let's see. I think that if you guys, like if you have a question, I was hearing someone say something about to the effect of yeah, I can't talk, right? Someone said something about you can write a letter Q and then a semicolon right afterwards, and that puts a big Q in the screen for me to know that someone has a question. So that's something, that's a little fun bit that I didn't know about Ustream. Someone had mentioned that. Okay, so I think that's about it because this is acrylic, and if I dry some more, I'm pretty sure that this will bubble on me. Now, let me see. I found this stuff, and I understand that unfortunately they're not going to be making more. Michaels has a bunch. I picked up this one from Michaels. I picked up a few of these. So you guys may want to try this out. This one is called Texture Magic, and basically it does almost the same thing that hard modeling paste does. So I'm gonna use this today, and I've used it in the past and I really enjoy this. And this is by Delta, by the way, so if you're interested and you like the effect that I get with this, you may want to go out and get it, because I think they're not going to be making any more, and I think whatever it is that the stores have, that's it. So yeah, that's all I can tell you on it. It's a pretty cool product, and I'm going to use one of my Crafters Workshop templates, and I don't know, what do you guys think? I want to use circles or swirlies. So Dana, yes, I am recording this. As far as I know, I hit record on here. And give me a second. Let me go to this screen and find out what's happening. There's something happening here. Yeah, it's definitely recording, so you guys will get to see this. I'll put it up later. So I think I'm gonna go with the swirlies. And this isn't Crafter's Workshop. This is Plaid Folk Art, and I got this at Michael's. So if you guys want to know where I get the product from, if you're interested in getting it. So this is what I'm going to do. I want some swirlies somewhere here. So I'm going to get my trusty gift card, and I'm just going to go for it. Let me see. I might want to go, maybe, let me see. I think I'm going to go on this side. And I'm just going to squeeze this right on top of there. And this stuff is kind of like gritty. And I'm just going to spread it around like so. Get an interesting background effect here. Add some more. I need some more. I was thinking of going to like another Michael's and kind of swiping up what they have, because I really like the texture I get with this texture magic stuff. Works really nicely. So now I'm gonna go, oh, it's picking up some of that blue, but that's okay. And then you just lift it up and voila, that is beautiful, you guys. Let me get that closer to the screen so you can see it. You just wipe this down. Give me just a second. And check this out. And this is completely paintable. I don't know if that's too close to the camera for you. That's pretty awesome. I like the way that turned out. And you can paint over it. You can pretty much do whatever you'd like over that. So let me go ahead and dry that down. Definitely need to dry that. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, it turns out really pretty. I've used this on a couple of canvases, and I've used it on straight onto chipboard. I used it straight onto a chipboard piece that I had covered with paper and put it on top of that. So as long as you dry it, it works really well. You just have to make sure that you dry it. So I have to make sure that I go in there and dry it super well before I continue on to the next step. And I'm feeling that those butterflies and birds that I showed you in the beginning, I'm really feeling those, so I'm going to use those. But I think I'm also going to go ahead and I cut out this chipboard bird cage right here, and I want to use that. I think I want to use that because I have an idea of some words that I want to put on this canvas. So that particular die cut comes from the Tim Holtz Alterations line, and it's called Caged Bird. as you can see right there. So that's what I'm using. That's what I cut out that piece from. So let me finish my Texture Magic stuff here. Finish drying it up. And I'm thinking love, believe, explore, fly. I don't know. Use those words in here somehow. Now, as you can see, some of that blue was not dry completely, and the Texture Magic is kind of like it's just turned blue. Good thing that I can paint this, but yeah, I actually like the way that's turning out. So as you can see, it's kind of moving from white to blue, and it's merging down the canvas. So I really, really like that. You can see in some of those splatters where where I splattered the Lindy Stamp Gang in Delphinium Blue, you can see that beautiful shimmer. So it's got shimmer here and there, and it's got matte and opaque. So I'm not sure if the camera is picking it all up, but it looks really, really pretty. So let me see. Oh, I think I need to dry it a little more. I want to make sure it's dry now because I don't want to move on to the next step and have it mutate to another color. You want to try this? Yeah, definitely try it. Oh, someone's saying that their screen keeps freezing up. Is it still freezing up? It looks okay on my end. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think that's good right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my Tim Holtz Distress Ink and Vintage Photo, and I'm gonna go, I don't know if I want to go straight onto it. I think I'm just gonna go straight onto it like so and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I don't like it and we could just go over it. Let's see. Maybe. Ah, there we go. I'm going to darken those up a little so we can see those swirlies come right off the page, right at ya. Look at that. I really like this. You can definitely see those a lot better. Look at that. I'll show you guys. See that? Okay, so moving on to the next step. So I think this is fine the way it is. I don't think I'm going to change very much on this background. So I have an idea. I'm going to move this to the side with my bird cage, and this requires me to spray this down. So I'm going to go ahead. For those of you that don't know, I'm on the design team for Lindy Stamp Gang, so I get to try out all these products, and it's pretty awesome. I found this company a long time ago, and I was addicted to Glimmer Mist. And then I found them, and I just changed everything up. My Glimmer Mist has been sitting in one of my closets. It just sits there, and believe me, I have a lot of it, but I have a lot more of these Lindy Stamp Gang Starbursts, sprays, stains, flat Fabio. So this one's a flat Fabio, and this one is Sandra Di Sepia that I'm going to be using. And the difference between a Starburst spray and a flat Fabio is that obviously flat tells you that it's completely flat, so there's no shimmer to this. So I am going to go ahead and spray down my bird cage with this. And I'm going to do it on both sides because I have an idea, and both sides are going to show. So I'm really, really, really getting this on there. Make sure that it's super saturated. And I'm going to take this and stain the sides and the inside of the bird cage. Make sure that it's completely stained, and I'm gonna dry this. I'm gonna dry this bird cagey. Bird cagey, is that even a word? Cagey? I'm gonna dry it, and then I'm gonna come back and maybe add a little more of my spray. Let me open this up. Maybe make it a little darker. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add a little more. Don't be afraid to make a mess, you guys. And don't be afraid to use your product. Just take it and spray away. Okay, so my idea, and this is still a little wet, so I think I want to dry it a little more. There's a little piece in there that I need to take out, so I'm going to dry this a little more. So I'm going to go ahead, and then now I'm going to use my embossing powder in Queen, it's called Queen Sheba Silver. And this is by Lindy Stanking, so this is a Moon Glow, so it's two-toned. But just before I do that, I'm going to just go and do that. So I'm going to take my Versamark stamp pad, and I am just going to touch here and there with this, because I don't want the embossing powder all over it. I just want it in just some areas and then not in others. So it's random. So I'm basically going all over the edges, and then maybe some here and there. And I'm going to add that. So I just went straight from the stamp pad directly onto here, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and then just add it here and there. You want to make sure that it's dry. If not, it's going to pick it up everywhere, and you don't want that necessarily for this particular look that I'm going for. I don't want it on every single little bar from the cage. So yeah, throw this back in my jar. And let me go ahead. Sure, I'm picking this up. See how beautiful that is once that starts going?